We've got this, Sarah Sanders earlier today. Watch.
The president's message has been right all along. We have a crisis at the border, both a national security and a humanitarian crisis. Democrats have got to stop ignoring the problem, sit down with the president at the table, and help us come to a solution.
So that is with regard to the White House hammering home its message on border security as a new migrant caravan leaving Honduras. An estimated 2,000 people heading for the U.S. border. Tom Homan, former acting ICE director, Fox News contributor. Sir, how are you? And welcome back to our program here. Those people in the caravan are telling Griff Jenkins and others this route is not safe. They cannot do it alone. That's why they're sending out the social media calls for people to gather and then make the march toward the north. When did the caravan stop?
The caravans aren't going to stop. I said months ago when the last caravan came that the caravans are going to keep forming. They're going to keep coming as long as the Democratic leadership refuses to negotiate on the wall and refuses to close the loopholes that cause these people to come to the country in the first place, like the asylum law, the Florida settlement agreement, not giving ICE enough money to detain these people back to catch and release. When you catch and release, that just entices more people to come. So until the Democratic leadership closes the loopholes that causes these caravans to form, they're going to keep coming.
Well, the U.S. military has had its mission extended there at the border. I don't know what your feeling is on that, but I'll get you to react on that. And this from the president today. There are now 77 major or significant walls built around the world, with 45 countries planning or building walls. Over 800 miles of walls have been built in Europe since only 2015. They have all been recognized as close to 100% successful. He writes, stop the crime at our southern border. What's our next move then, sir, based on that answer?
I would like to see the agreement between Mexico and the United States where they talked about the immigrants staying in Mexico while their asylum cases being pushed through the courts. So they wait in Mexico rather than enter the United States only to get lost in society and never show up in court. That agreement has been made. I know they're working on implementation procedures. They need to get that done quickly. So when this caravan does get to our border, they can wait in Mexico while they make their claims for asylum. As far as, you talked about the border wall. What really irritates me is when the 2 children died crossing the border where there isn't a wall, congressional leaders rushed to the border. They want open investigation into the deaths. They want to investigate the Border Patrol. And I welcome the investigation. We want to find out Border Patrol did everything they could to help these 2 children. It's a very tragic incident. But not one congressional leader, including Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, has went to the border to talk to Border Patrol chiefs about the effectiveness of the wall. I keep hearing the wall's ineffective for them people. I don't know what data they're basing it on, but every place a border barrier has been built, illegal immigration has declined. That's a fact.
Well, you mentioned Mexico. I thought there was an agreement after the last caravan where the Mexican government would go ahead and not allow passage the way we have seen already.
Well, look, they went through the southern Mexican border last time. Mexico failed to stop them. I find it hard to believe they couldn't stop them. So, once again, Mexico needs to stop them at their southern border. However, for those that get in, that want to come to the port of entry, claim asylum, we need to make that agreement operational where they wait in Mexico until they get that hearing, because 92% of them will not get relief from the immigration courts, and they'll be ordered removed. So we need to keep it in Mexico rather than get in the United States, disappear in society with the other 12, 13 million people.
Oh. Sir, thank you for coming back here.
I appreciate it.
Got to figure it out. Thomas Homan, thank you so much in Washington, D.C. today.